Oh, guys, we're gonna start a fight in chat, aren't we? No, listen, the thing is, so I like CTR as a speed game. I like it as a... yeah, I'll take a look at this stat. So CTR as a speed game, right? It's a really interesting topic. People, when you look at the time trial community or the 100% category community or whatever, CTR NF is subjectively, I mean objectively, subjectively, it's objectively a less fun speed game than the original CTR, and the biggest culprit is Blue Fire. 100%. Blue Fire ruins the game. And I mean, of course it does, right? And I see it when people play online. Nitro-Fueled, I mean, I pop into your guys' chat. I pop into Fleolus' chat when they're playing. It's fun to watch. But Blue Fire makes the game so boring. Did I miss crates? Oh yeah, the Nitros, of course. I hope you get them after. Blue Flame as a mechanic is the dumbest thing they could have done. It's stupid. And the reason for it, and I'll explain it here, the reason that Blue Flame sucks is because in order to compete, you have to sustain Blue Flame for the whole race. If you lose Blue Flame in a race, you've lost the race. Your split is gonna be bad. Or, you know, if you're racing online, once you lose Blue Flame, you're gonna fall behind. It's gonna happen. Now you might say, oh, but it's a measure of skill. Okay, fair point. It could be a measure of skill, but the problem is, while I smash these, the problem is it's one mistake and you're done. That's how Nitro-Fueled plays. Which, that's not the problem. The problem is, yeah, go ahead, Mav. I think that's a big problem. So I think Blue Flame as a mechanic is a big problem. Doesn't make sense. In CTR, you do Speed Ghost, you do Froggy. You do projectiling. Yeah, there's a lot of different techs as well. Yeah, that's true. Whoa. Yeah, and that's the thing also. You have a point there. Yeah, and then if I have to power slide and power slide. Yeah, that's true. Blue Flame is also. Respectfully, I do not agree with the argument. I think the increased skill gap really made the game so much better when you have to maintain Blue Fire. The problem is that it didn't increase the skill gap, it lowered it. Getting a high score in the original requires so much more skill. Because it's more than one mechanic. Blue Flame is one mechanic that you just have to master, and that's it. You've got Blue Flame, you win. In the original CTR, you've got USF, which was the equivalent of Blue Flame, but it wasn't even that important. It only happens in a couple of stages. Thank you for the gem. So it only happens in a couple of stages, but you had to Speed Ghost, Froggy, all kind projectiling. You know, Mav's mentioning the techniques. Well, in Nitro-Fueled, there's only Blue Flame. For now, I've seen some videos of the new Polski? Like the new Speed Ghost in Nitro-Fueled, where it gives you a huge speed boost. If you press accelerate, brake, down, and another direction at the same time, it gives you a huge boost. So it's a new tech. Pulse Width, yeah, that's the one. It's a big tech, but it's divided the community. Like, a lot of people don't like it. So yeah, it's a lot of things that... Yeah, but overall, the original CTR has so much more stuff that you have to keep track of. It's crazy. I'm not saying that Nitro-Fueled is just you don't require any skill to play it. Of course not. I mean, every game requires skill to play, and Nitro-Fueled is okay. I mean, I enjoyed my time with Nitro-Fueled. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game. And the fan service and the stuff they added, the new tracks, they're really fun. But in general, is this the boss room? Yeah, it is. In general, the original is just so. It's the amount of skill you need for the original is so much higher, and I would have liked Nitro-Fueled more if they just didn't include Blue Flame. It's more casual, yeah. That's the word for it. Like, it's still skill based, but it's more casual than the original. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's easier for Noe, for example, to get into Nitro-Fueled. It's an easier game for her to play as opposed to the original, right? It's normal. Oh, what the frick did I just do? That was stupid. We died at the same time. So yeah, that's the whole thing with the whole Nitro-Fueled debacle, whatever. Ah, he jumps diagonally, the crapper. I mean, of course, then there's the argument of, but you can play Nitro-Fueled online, which is, yeah, you can't play the original online unless you use a crazy service or something. Why am I finding this boss fight so difficult? It's crazy! But in general, even the online races, they rely so much on Blue Fire. It's crazy. And I mean, I notice this when I see people play. If you're first and you lose Blue Fire, and the second player sustains it, you lose. That's it. It's as simple as A, B, C, and it's, you know, not as deep as the original, definitely. Whoa, did I just do that? Ah, oh, just in time. Oh. Okay, now he's gone. He's gone. Ah. When it comes to the expert level of exploiting the game and doing stuff that requires real practice, yeah, exactly. So that's why, as a speed game, it's a better game. Of course, you can argue that graphics-wise and stuff like that, and presentation-wise, Nitro-Fueled is better, and I can't disagree with that. And it's more available for a lot of people too, which is, a fair point. Is this it? Oh yeah, we got it, boys! But as a speed game, I mean, as someone who's done CTR speedruns, it's so... The original is just so complex, and the ceiling is so high up. That is just... But I think this is going in the direction of preference, old school versus new school. I think it depends on the angle that you look at it in. I'm not someone who particularly prefers like old school versus new school. It's more a matter of mechanical discussion at this point. I'm saying that the mechanics in the original are more nuanced, and that it is, at least from a competitive standpoint, the mechanics of the original CTR are more complex. There's more nuance to them, and it overall makes it a better competitive game. That's what I'm going for. Nitro-Fueled does things well. Of course it does things well. I mean, it's when someone looks at it from the angle of it being more available to people. My girlfriend, no, he's not in chat right now, but she plays Nitro-Fueled, of course. Her brother has a PS4, and it's great to play with her. 100%. It's really good. And there's cool things like, the fact U-turn doesn't ruin reserve. Yeah, it's interesting. Which makes speed characters OP, but it's a different thing, right? I can appreciate that, but as a more casual player, I do prefer Nitro-Fueled, and that's okay. I mean, that's the beauty of having two versions of a game. I'm not a grinder. Yeah, fair enough. I had to play a Skoko today, I forgot. Yeah, that's fair enough, actually, and I completely respect that, right? As a casual game, even I can say, Nitro-Fueled with my girlfriend, with her brother, it's a cool game to play. Yeah, let's do Cold Hard Crash for the memes. It's a nice game to play. I don't mind it. I'm happy we live in a universe that we actually have 2 versions of a game. I have like, I don't know. Okay. Too many hours in Polar Fast. Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, we have 2 versions of a game that we can enjoy for different things, and that's really cool. And they still have things to practice. Yeah, exactly. So that goes back to the whole like the whole discussion, obviously. The original is more mechanically nuanced, and the remake is more available. They both have things going for them. If we're talking on a pure competitive level, I think the original trumps the remake. But for accessibility, for the new generation, because let's face it, my tongue! The new generation will obviously prefer something with the presentation of Nitro-Fueled that's more modern. So on those grounds, Nitro-Fueled is still a really good game, and it's nice that we have 2 versions of a game that we like. Yeah, I don't mind that. The original is still available. I can still play it, and I still play Nitro-Fueled as well. They're both great at 2 things. Yeah, that's how I put it.